What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. This video, we're gonna be talking about really understanding who you are. Now, I've already talked about this before, but when you're finding your identity, you're so focused on wanting to be distracted by other people that it takes away the purpose that you have for yourself, right? Most of the time, especially as a young person, you're so focused on pleasure. So you're focused on the things that's gonna bring you the quick vice or the quick validation or the quick good feeling that you kind of forget the purpose of why you're even doing it. You know, for myself, I like to work on a lot of things that is going to stimulate my mind, but also elevate me. My purpose is that I want to become a better person in general. You know, if I'm so focused on trying to get all the pretty girls or trying to get all the money or trying to see the most success very quickly, sometimes I forget the purpose. And if you forget the purpose, then you don't continue to do what you wanted to do. It's kind of like knowing your why, right? If you don't know your why, then when times get tough and you don't know what you're doing, then you're like, why did I even start this? And it's just because you was looking for the quick advice or the quick, pick me up. And now you're in a place where you're like, I don't even want to do this no more. So then rather you get more quick to want to quit, or you find yourself in a tough position because you're giving so much time and effort into something that now you don't even want to do. So put yourself in a winning position, but also understand your why and your purpose. Whenever you're trying to find your identity, you're stuck on me, which is what it should be. But sometimes you're also stuck on this person. I want to be enough for my parents. I want to be enough for my friends. I want to be enough for my relationship. I want to be enough for my siblings, right? I want to be enough for the people around me. But you lose identity in who you are and you mesh it with all of these other people to find who you are, So I would be cautious of who you're going to for your identity, because those things are actually not going to serve you at the end of the day. And if you're in a relationship, let me tell you one thing, and this is for my fellas, and you're letting your identity rely on her, that's not going to build the man that you need to be. Sometimes you get in a relationship and you started out, you're so ambitious, you're hardworking, you're fit, right? You have all these things that you're doing, you're working towards, and then you get in a relationship and you get comfortable. Now you get that happy relationship weight. Now you start slacking off from the job that you had. Now you start making less money because you're comfortable. Break out of your comfort and stay consistent in growing as a man, and watch that woman that you have in your life want to stay with you. Because the thing is, as you're trying to find identity, especially if you're in a relationship, that woman is going to give you a lot of things about yourself that you're like, okay, I actually do really like this, or I didn't realize that I had this trait, or this is what I'm trying to work at, but it's not going to be at the same pace as if you were by yourself. Sometimes, if you don't have a proper helpmate, let me say it like that, if you don't have a proper helpmate, sometimes the females will actually be your downfall because you're building your identity based off of them. They don't like to cook that much, they don't like to work out that much, so it doesn't only affect them, but it affects you, because now you're like, I want to go to the gym with my partner, but if she's not going, she wants me to stay home and cuddle, so I'm going to stay home and cuddle. Okay, she doesn't want to cook, I don't really know how to cook, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start going out to eat. Not only are you using money, but now you start gaining more weight because you're not eating the right foods. But before, you was trying to, lose weight, trying to stay toned up, you was an athlete. I've seen it happen over and over and over, but you're finding identity in the wrong things. And now you're compromising and you're adjusting how you want to live your life based on, again, these people around you. So find your identity, find what you want to do, find how you're going to qualify yourself to stay consistent and set the standard for yourself instead of you going for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Find the purpose in what you're doing over the pleasure and continue to move forward with that. Because if you don't, and some of you still won't, you will end up not being where you want to be at. And not only does it not put you where you want to be at, but now you start losing respect as a man within yourself. Hey man, y'all hear that? What a joke. Anyway, like I'm saying, purpose over pleasure. You start losing respect for yourself and you start getting comfortable doing things that you know you wouldn't do by yourself. So put yourself in a winning position to be who you need to be and not who they want you to be. And that really goes for anything. That's not just a relationship. That's not just, any siblings or any, parental, we want you to go to college and we want you to become this great basketball star, this great football star. We want you to just become who you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for you. And eventually, they'll jump on the wagon anyway, because they'll see the success and they'll see the passion that you have and they'll see the growth that you have overall. But at the beginning, their identity shouldn't lie in who you are. So I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. When I first graduated and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with life, I knew myself that I didn't want to go to college. But my friend, he was going to college, and not just any friend, my best friend that I had known since like elementary school, I went to college, and he was telling me he thinks that college was what was gonna be best for me. Now, first off, if anyone's trying to tell you what's gonna be best for you, you gotta be cautious of who you're listening to, because sometimes they may know what's best for you, other times they may not. In this case, they did not know. You know, for me, I really wanted to get into stocks and day trading and learning about skills that was actually gonna make me money outside of my normal just 9 to 5 and going to college route. So I was telling him that, and we was on a party chat. You know, I might've said this story before. We was on a party chat, and I was like, bruh, look, I really want to take this Forex thing to the next level and really become consistent in it. Are you going to support me or not? He was like, hey man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really think that you should go to college. I really think that you should try to, you know, work on getting this degree, and you should go for this and this and this and that. I don't think that Forex is what's gonna work for you, because I think that this, you know, it's just not gonna work. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that really irritated me so much that I got off the party chat. I didn't talk to him for like a straight week, because he didn't see the purpose of me trying to actually get to where I want to get to with trading. And now he's the one that's in college and doing his stuff and, you know, working jobs and stuff. Meanwhile, I'm a full-time entrepreneur that haven't worked in over about 3 years. So it's like, you gotta be careful of who you're listening to, because these people will try to give you identity. I'm not saying that he was trying to give me identity, you know, saying like this is who you are gonna be or this is who you should be. I'm just saying sometimes you will put yourself in that position and you might be like, you know what, man, he's been rocking with me since elementary. I should probably just go to school. You know, I should probably just do the normal route that everyone else does. But if you're like me and you know what the purpose is, you know your why, then you're not gonna just listen to anybody, no matter what level of importance they are to you. So you're able to know your purpose over the pleasure. You're also knowing your why. So now that I've actually just done what I said I was going to do and I found my identity in it, then now you're in a winning position, because now not only do I have a business, not only do I have success stories, not only do I have students, not only do I have testimonials, but now I have the knowledge and the willpower to know what it really takes to become a trader, because I've started it from so long ago. So if I had quit and just went the normal route, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I'm saying all that to say, be cautious of who you're listening to and putting, you know, your identity in those other people. Find who you want to be, work for that, and stand on that. That's really all I got for y'all though. That being said though, like this video, follow me on Instagram, and I will catch you on the next video, man. I'm gone.